Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into propositional logic, a fundamental concept in discrete mathematics. So what is a proposition? A proposition is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both. Think of it like a statement that can be verified. For example, the sky is blue is a proposition because it's either true or false. On the other hand, what time is it is not a proposition because it's a question. Now let's see some examples. 2 is an even number, is a valid proposition because it's true. X plus 3 equals 5 is not a proposition until we know the value of x. Do your homework. It is a command, not a proposition. Now that we understand what propositions are, let's talk about logical connectives. These are operators that help us combine propositions to form more complex statements. We have 5 main connectives. The first one is negation. This is like saying not. For example, it's not raining is the negation of it's raining. Then we have conjunction. This is like saying and. For example, I like reading and writing. It's a conjunction of 2 propositions. Then we have disjunction. This is like saying or. For example, I like reading or writing is a disjunction of 2 propositions. Fourth one is implication. This is like saying if then. For example, if it's raining, then the streets will be wet is an implication. Lastly, we have biconditionals. This is like saying if and only if. For example, I will go to the party if and only if you are going is a biconditional. Now comes truth tables. Truth tables are a powerful tool for analyzing compound propositions. They help us determine the truth value of a statement based on the truth values of its components. Let's look at the truth table for implication where P implies Q. Here the first case is true and true, results into true. Then we have true and false, that is false. False true and false false results in true respectively. As you can see, the only case where the implication is false is when P is true and Q is false. This makes sense because if P implies Q and P is true, then Q must be true. If Q is false, then the implication is also false. Moving on to logical equivalences. These are the statements that always have the same truth value. These are important because they help us simplify complex logical expressions. Let's look at some examples. The first one is double negation. That means negating P and again negating it is equal to P only. Then we have De Morgan's law that we understood in the previous video itself. That says negation of P and Q is equal to negation of P or negation of Q. Similarly, the next law about or is there. Then we have implication rewriting that if P implies Q can also be written as negation of P or Q. These laws help us rewrite complex statements in a more manageable form. Rules of inference help us derive conclusions from premises. These rules are essential for constructing logical arguments, and let's look at some examples like modus ponens, modus tollens, hypothetical syllogism. These rules help us build logical arguments and derive conclusions. Predicate logic is an extension of propositional logic that deals with predicates and variables. A predicate is a function-like statement that depends on variables. For example, Px is x greater than 0 is a predicate. Let's take some examples here. If P2, that is x is 2, then it will be true because 2 is greater than 0. But whereas if it becomes minus 3, it will be false because it is less than 0. Predicate logic helps us express more complex relationships between variables. Now comes quantifiers that help us express statements over a domain of variables. We have two main type of quantifiers. The first one is universal. This means for all. For example, for all x, px means px is true for all x. Existential, this means there exists. For example, there exists x px, which means px is true for at least one x. There are some examples of this, like for all x, x belongs to R, x square is greater than 0 is true. And there exists x where x belongs to z, x square is equal to 4 is true. Quantifiers help us express complex statements about variables. An argument is valid if the conclusion logically follows from the premises. We can use truth tables or inference rules to validate the arguments. Let's look at an example. Premises are, if it rains, the ground gets wet. And it rains. The conclusion is, the ground gets wet. This argument is valid via modus ponens. Normal forms are standardized formats for logical expressions. We have two main normal forms. The first one is conjunctive normal form or CNF. That is about and of ors. You can see the example for better understanding. Then we have disjunctive normal form, DNF, or of ands. Here also you have an example for better understanding. These normal forms are essential in AI, SAT solvers, and digital logic. Proof of techniques help us establish the validity of mathematical statements. We have three main techniques. The first one is direct proof. We start with known facts and logically derive the conclusion. The example here demonstrates it well. Then we have proof of contrapositive. We prove the contrapositive of the statement in this case. Lastly, we have proof of contradiction. We assume the opposite of what we want to prove and derive a contradiction out of it. Moving on to symbol to language conversion exercises, where you will learn how to convert logical statements into plain English. So let's practice converting some basic propositional logic statements into plain English, and remember to use the logical connectives we have learned so far. The first statement says P or Q. The next one is negation of R. Third one is about P and Q. Fourth and fifth one is about implication and biconditional connectives. Now let's move on to some more complex compound statements. Remember to break down the statements into components and analyze each part carefully. You must practice them and answer them in the comment section. Then we have quantifiers and predicate logic questions. Like, these are the simple ones you can understand how they work. And if there is any doubt, of course, drop it down in the comments. Now, the last one is about translate and analyze. Let's take this logical statement and break it down, where Px is x is good at math, Rx is x is good at logic, and Qx is x can solve complex problems. So the statement is that for all individuals x, if x is good at math or x is good at logic, then x can solve complex problems. Or in simpler terms, you can understand it that anyone who is good at math or logic can solve complex problems. So that's all about propositional and predicate logic. And in the next video, we will move on to the other topic in discrete mathematics. And if you found this helpful, do give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help us grow. And I will see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.